answer what she said. What you said
Well,
about
some I know another doctor who told me they went on the CD site and they're saying something else.
the CDC. He said that the numbers are being exaggerated by the media. He
Right,
said if you go on
right,
the CDC site, they got the real numbers.
right, exactly. Okay. All right, family. So, Brother Dinkler, let's talk about your topic first.
WUNAM. Okay.
Tell me this, Brother Dinkler. When you say understanding your spiritual enemy,
Mm-hmm.
only spiritual enemy I know is them goddamn demons. So, make me understand what you're talking about. How do
So,
we understand
so,
our
so
spiritual
what I
enemy?
mean by understanding your spiritual enemy, a lot of times we'll come in contact with people, right? That we just don't vibe with, and it's something about them. Like we don't have, you know, have you ever been around a person? You be like, I don't have a reason not to like this person, but it's something about them that I just don't like, and you can't put your finger on it. And then maybe about 2 or 3 months later, they do something, and then you be like, that's what it was. And what it is your spiritual, your high vibration is tuning in to their lower frequency, right? And they're seeing things that they don't like, but you don't know what it is subconsciously. And a lot of times that happens with people that have demons on them, because a lot of times we'll come across people that we see have a bunch of demons, and we're not even doing nothing to them. We're being nice to them, being respectable to them, and what'll happen is they just start like coming at
Bucking,
us for no reason, and then
bucking.
we start looking at them, and then we'll start seeing that spirit or that demon in them, and they'll try to hide. Once we start looking, they'll try to hide it, but we already seeing it, and we be, oh, okay, that's what it is. You got a demon in you. I usually don't say nothing. I just look and I say, okay. But her, she'll be like, you got a goddamn demon in you. I'm gonna kick that demon's ass if you don't fucking act right. I'd be like, oh my God. My baby be telling them they got demons in them.
Let me tell you something. I don't like them, and they know that. They know that I don't like them, and there's many times, and we're gonna do a show about this in the near future. How to, and it may sound weird to somebody, but that's how I'm able to see with my first eye, right? So when I hear and I hear these voices that are talking to me, whether they're good or bad, okay, that I hear them here. I don't hear them here, on my in my brain or my ear. You got what I'm saying? It sounds weird, but it is what it is. Um, we all again have a natural intuition, but usually your thoughts are not going to stir you wrong or say anything wrong, right? Let me explain that to you. If you feel like, for instance, I'm gonna tell you like this, because we all have a good side and a bad side, and a bad side, or that evil side, or that good evil side, is what these beings or these malevolent demons attach themselves to. Okay. And what happens is when you hear that side that says, just to say, for instance, well, my thoughts, they told me to kill myself. That's not your thoughts. That's demons.
Hmm.
Your inner thoughts are not going to stir you wrong. You will not get wrong information from your inner thoughts. Your thoughts, you're thinking. But when you hear that negative, that's coming from them beings that attach to that energy. Because again, we all have to balance. Remember, we have a good and we have a bad side, right? And then we got the balance.
Hmm.
So they attach to that side. That's that evil, that evil side that all of us has in us. I don't care what you say, how you put it, but we can have an evil side to us. So when we hear those voices and they're not righteous, right? Those are spirits. When you hear your thoughts and your thoughts will tell you, hey, don't go that way because there might be an accident up the street. That's your thoughts, and they're coming from your brain, or you know what I mean.
Hmm.
But usually spirit, I hear it here.
And Candy Rain says, I strongly believe if we energize the vortex with dance to the ancestors and rising up the ancestors right now, we could really turn this thing around. You know, Candy Rain, you bring up a good point. I remember reading. Uh, I remember reading American history, and they used to talk about the Native Americans, and the Native Americans when it wasn't raining, they needed it to rain. They would do rain dances, and it was working. But they would say, oh, it didn't work or whatever. But they would always say that the Europeans would always say it didn't work, but they outlawed it. If
Cause it
some
worked. Just like we use that. Where's
what's
that thing over there? Is it over there in the
what's the
corner?
yeah no it ain't there. Them kids probably had. If it's not working, there's no need to outlaw it. You know what I'm saying? So it just proves that like if people get together and they raise up the frequency and the vibration of the earth, or they're tapping into something spiritual, they can make whatever they want happen.
That's right. All right. Majestic Ross says, my spirit tells me, look at this. I got y'all saying my spirit tells me. My spirit tells me there's bigger things at play here because big CEOs are stepping down in exterior. They distracting us from our spiritual right. Majestic Ross, where you been at? We talked about this last week. You all late. You all late. We talked about that. Somebody asked us about they're being forced to step down. Now, if you all notice too, they're talking about $1 trillion. You understand? What is it? $1 trillion they're giving away for
It's two
the
trillion
stimulus, or $2 trillion.
for the
Why?
coronavirus relief.
For the coronavirus. Let me tell you something. As we told you all last week, their doing will be their very own undoing. We must understand, as all this is going on, they are being talked to, okay, reprimanded, whoever you want to believe it is, but we told y'all it was the cosmic beings, right? Some people have a hard time fathoming that in their minds, but that's your problem, not mine. Okay? We're saying that they are being forced to do what's righteous. You're talking about for the last couple of years the exposure of pedophiles. Trump said he was going to get them pedophiles, remember? So remember, there's a lot that has to be taken care of. So while they're doing this over here, they're letting you know. All right, so
Because they basically telling them they could die if they come in contact with people
yep.
that have, you know what I
Denitra, Lenise Burton, Ira Day. Peace and blessings, family. Okay, we have any more questions? We got about 8 more minutes on here, y'all. 8 more minutes. Are y'all ready? Any other questions? Now, in reference to the topic too, let me just say this. There are good spirits, or as we call them, ancestors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you will know the difference because your spirits and your ancestors, any spirits you communicate, is not going to tell you wrong information or steer you wrong or try to get you to do anything wrong. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the thoughts that you may have that may seem like they're bad or evil, those thoughts pretty much have demons attached to them or disagreeable spirits attached to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what those spirits do is they feed off of negative energy. So some may say, well, I have negative thoughts. Like people say, I want to kill myself. Or I want to do this. Or tell me to kill this person. Like people with schizophrenic, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people that are schizophrenic, their voices are telling them it's not their thoughts. And these demons or disagreeables feed off of the energy, the weak energy, the weakness of their body or their physical being. Because a lot of times people don't understand. If you have a weak soul, it's not hard for them to get a hold of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not hard.
Nisha Danny says, "Can meditation help me discern when spirit is speaking through my first eye?"
Meditation could, but be very careful. When you're meditating, you want to make sure you're protected because these beings are sitting back in the back and they're waiting for you to meditate. They're waiting for you to get in that state of mind where you just lost in meditation and then they'll jump in your body. Make sure you got protection on. I see this a lot, especially if you are not on your spiritual grind like you're supposed to. People who've been meditating for years are familiar. They know when to come out. They know what to do. I see most of those people okay sometime, but I know one girl, they had to bring her all the way from Delaware to see me because them demons were while she was meditating, they was molesting her, touching her breast, touching her body. And I know it was real because when she came to me, as I was doing her cleansing, I seen the imprint of the spirit touching her body.
Yeah, and
It's real.
a lot of sometimes people that are spiritual, but they may like sex a lot. A demon will pick that up, and demons will have sex with you.
Y'all remember the movie?
Like with women too. Them too.
Yeah, y'all remember that movie? What was the movie? Not Poltergeist. It was another movie, and the spirit kept snatching her off the bed, having sex with her. Y'all know the movie I'm talking about. It was a movie that the spirit and her son was trying to save her. Yeah, okay. Be very careful with that. Now, Kim Smith says, brother, think what you said you was going to explain Beast of No Nation.
No, I didn't. I said y'all need to go check out Beast of No Nations. She wouldn't let me tell y'all what it was because I was saying I said that there's a ritual in there that's real on the
Very, very real.
on the Beast of No Nation.
All right, all right. What you got over there?
No, she said okay, thank you. I didn't know that.
No, it's not Amityville Horror. That's not the one. It's the one where the woman kept getting. Shit, I'm gonna think of the name of it. Hold on. Keep talking,
Yeah,
brother.
them
Think of.
them spirits though, like she said, and for men, what they're like spirits, they'll do. You'll have like men. That you'll have they'll come to you in dreams and you wake up and your pants be out wet when you wake up. So you know what I mean. Just
That's what it's called. The Entity.
the entity.
Remember that? She was in the room. She would wake up. The spirit snatching off the bed, having sex with her, all kind of stuff, throwing her arms in the air.
I ain't even seen that video.
You
That
ain't never
movie.
seen the Entity?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, her son was trying to save her, and the demon pushed him out the room and was molesting this woman. It was real. It was based off of a real story. It's
Yeah.
called The Entity.
So y'all gotta be careful what y'all call to y'all when y'all, if you're spiritual, especially if you're spiritual like that.
Right.
Because
Right.
people they be thinking they want it, but they. Well, some people like that energy though, because you come across a lot of people that come. Remember we had the store in Fayetteville, and they would come. They would come and they would always like tell us their problems with the spirits and the demons, and then we say, okay, we'll go get the spirit out your house and off your property. Then they'd be like, oh well, I kind of like them. I don't want them all to go.
Yes, because this lady was like that. I was like, well, then you don't want them to go. You don't want them spirits to go. Okay. Thank you, D'Antoine. Yep, we got it. The Entity. Delete info. Y'all watch that.